Cells, written by our very own Emily Ward. Please give it up for Emily, everybody.
Standing solemnly while a young, healthy man is informed he has colon cancer, being resected tomorrow, and then chemotherapy. The patient's first sign of weakness, flinching when told he will not be able to lift anything heavier than a gallon of milk. There goes work for the foreseeable future. At this point is looking to the future wise. Is the name of my future that I am doing this rotation where none of my passion lies. The wives' eyes are getting watery, my feet really hurt. Hands are being placed on shoulders. I have not eaten a single thing today. A good number for contacts and updates is confirmed. I will be in the OR forever tomorrow. The surgery is going to be done robotically. My mom was a decade younger, almost 2 decades ago, when she was diagnosed. As I listen to the surgeon list off the advantages, I become angry. She was split open. Long and red was the incision. The patient's presenting complaint was abdominal pain. My mom discovered she couldn't walk up 2 flights of stairs without heaving for air. At the time of their diagnosis, they both share young children at home. The patient has a t-ball player. She plays third base. She has a pink helmet and is, quote, a heck of a hitter. I don't quite remember this, but the night before my mom's resection, my dad shepherded all 4 kids into her hospital room to model our Halloween costumes. I was dressed as a pirate or possibly a fairy. Mom let me trace all the lines and tubes back up to the medicine bags, interrogate the nurse about the squiggles and beads coming from the monitor. I wonder how the patient's young girl will react to his diagnosis. I was so confused. Too afraid to touch the ketchup bottle at home in case I caught cancer, which as far as I could tell, made your mom insatiably sleepy, a robot box in her chest, your dad more irritable, eyes less sparkly. I'm snapped back to the present by my attending asking me about my father's greatest fear, aka the common routes of metastasis for colon cancer. Who knows? Maybe the patient's daughter will grow up to be a tired, shockingly cynical medical student, ashamed of her inward thoughts as a family is given altering news. The next day, with the sun shining high, unseen by us in the OR, a tumor is removed. The lymph nodes are hard and telling. I close each laparoscopic cut with 1 stitch each. I am less self-obsessed today, better rested. I think of the patient, his wife, his little girl. I think about how scared my mom must have been, how helpless my dad must have felt. I think about how both of our families were tackled by some unchecked cells, too narcissistic to stop taking up space. Although the help I provided, if existent, is minimal, I am grateful to be here. This patient, this father, this husband, this man, is 1 step closer to where my mom is currently. The unchecked cells, a thing of the past. A trial conquered. A much longer scar healed and intact. In a couple months' time, when the sun is hopefully shining very, very high, I will take a picture with my mom and dad. Not dressed as a pirate or possibly a fairy, but as a new doctor, garbed in graduation robes. A doctor that understands how complicated, multi-layered, and frankly impossible the unchecked cells problem is. But I'm also a poet, which means I look the world in its eyes, call it by its name, and still have the audacity to hope. So it is this young poet, almost doctor's hope and plea that by the time the patient's t-ball player trades in her pink helmet for a graduation cap, the unchecked cells will be checked. not just for my family and his, but all of our families. Thank you.